If you know the song, sing along. Hit it.
It's the Carolina Cook, the Carolina Cook, and the Carolina. What's up, everybody? It's Chef Anthony Britain here, the Carolina Cook, cooking, tasting, eating, and cooking, tasting, and eating the Carolinas. Now, I have this here. I went to a thrift store, right? I went to a Goodwill. Actually, you can find a lot of hidden treasures there. Some of y'all know about that, secondhand things. And I found this old, what model is this? M-05966 6-quart Miro, however you pronounce that. Pressure cooker. The gasket and everything's in place. It's pretty good. This is an old one, but it was missing the pressure gauge or whatever that you put on top. You know, that vibrates and everything to let you know how it's cooking when it's cooking. So I never used one before. I'm going to use one today because I see how tender and everything it gets meats, how fast it cooks food. So in this episode of Food Attainment, well, welcome to my Carolina kitchen. All right. So we're in the sticks of South Carolina. All right. There's trees and woods out here. Okay. So I'm in the sticks. All right. So in this episode, I'll be cooking up some
Pressure cooked butter beans and short ribs with yellow saffron rice.
Let's go, chef.
Okay, first we're gonna brown our ribs. So I'm gonna drop some oil in the pressure cooker. Got a couple more goodies I'm gonna drop. Some brown sugar and some butter. Then we're gonna drop the short ribs into that. You gotta drop it like some bombs on some bomb cooking. Let those ribs sit there and get a nice sear on them. Yep, let them sit there and sear. Then you just want to toss them around, throw them around a little bit. Get them nice and colored and saturated. All right, now you want to remove those ribs and reserve them for later. Keep up with me. I'm going to show you where we're going. I'm going to saute a mix into this goodness that this meat left behind. We got some green peppers, red peppers, onions, and celeries and stuff like that. We're going to saute those around. Once that's sauteed properly and your liquid has reduced, you want to add some garlic to it. You put the garlic in on the back end so it doesn't burn. Then you just stir that garlic around till you can smell it. Now let's add those ribs we had on reserve back to the mixture. You know you can't leave a good thing without going back, right? All right, we're going to go ahead and integrate these flavors. Stir it all together. Now let's add a little seasonings to this. I'm going to hit it with, a couple tablespoons of garlic powder. Then I'm going to come behind that with a couple tablespoons of seasoning salt. Then we're going to dash it with just a little bit of black pepper. Just about enough to make you sneeze. Can short ribs swim? We're about to find out. Because we're going to pour some beef broth on them now. Okay, now we're going to add our frozen butter beans. It's not a salad, but we're going to toss it like one and give it a nice mix. Now I'm going to wake up the flavors with a little bit of accent. You can use salt. Okay, now that everything's ready to go, we're going to go ahead and add the lid to the pressure cooker. And we're going to add the weight. And pretty much you turn the heat up on this thing, and when you see the pressure weight starting to vibrate and everything, then you want to turn the heat down to a simmer. So I'm going to let this cook for about 35 minutes. As it cooks and you put it on simmer, every few minutes it's going to vibrate as it relieves the pressure. All right, y'all, it's been about 35 minutes now. Going to remove this pressure cooker from the stove. Then you want to put it in your sink, run some cold water over it, and play around with the gauge. And once it stops shooting up steam, it's depressurized. You do not want to open this thing while it's still under pressure. And the results are nice tender beans and tender short ribs in less time than it'll take to cook this conventionally. I know y'all want to see this over a bed of rice, so say less. Let's do it. We got a nice bed of yellow saffron rice here looking like an orthopedic mattress. That's why we call it comfort food. Look at how comfortable it looks laying on that mattress of rice. Pressure cookers are amazing, and the results are amazing. More amazing than grace, less taste. I'm still amazed at these results. If you go back and look at my beef stew video, you will see that it took me about 3 hours to get these short ribs tender. But with a pressure cooker, it only took 35 minutes.
Let me brace myself because I know it's coming. Like, comment, share the love, and subscribe. Remember, if you're not happy, you just might not be eating right. Let's go, chef.
Liketh, shareth thou the love, and subscribeth unto my channel, and smiteth that notification button. Thank ya.